123 35 50.
Now what am I supposed to do? You've stopped. That wasn't... Can I just say, please, sir, that wasn't me, sir. That was her, sir. She stopped the music, sir, not me. Are you trying to make me look like a dummy? Not... I know there's tension between us because I'm not a dog person, but blimey. All right. BBCWM is the news with Chris.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. A smuggler linked to Islamic State has told BBC News that 3 missing sisters from Bradford and their 9 children are now in Syria. Khadija, Sugra and Zohra Dawood, whose children are aged between 3 and 15, disappeared after going on a pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. They're understood to have crossed into Syria from Turkey on Wednesday and yesterday. David Cameron has delivered a speech calling on Muslim communities to do more to help tackle extremism. Speaking at a security conference in Slovakia, he said young people were at risk of being radicalised by people who quietly condone the views of Islamic State. Manzoor Moghel, the chairman of the Muslim Forum think tank, says some Muslims need to end what he calls their self-imposed isolation.
The Muslim community in Britain has become somewhat warped in its practices, in its interaction with our communities, in its interaction with its young people, and the style of life they lead is not conducive for some young people to remain within the British society.
There are fears that a project to regenerate one of the West Midlands' most run-down housing estates won't ever happen. In Heath Town in Wolverhampton, many families now live in decaying high-rise flats compared with 5 years ago. West Midlands Police say crime has gone up by a quarter there. A master plan to improve the estate was first mooted 3 years ago, but hardly anything's been done. The double Olympic champion Mo Farah has responded to reports that he missed 2 drugs tests in the run-up to the 2012 Olympics. In a statement, he said he'd never taken performance-enhancing drugs and that missing the assessments had been simple mistakes. Our sports correspondent Dan Rowan has read the statement.
He goes on, the last 2 weeks have been the toughest of my life, with rumours and speculation about me that are completely false, and the impact this has had on my family and friends has left me angry, frustrated and upset. In particular, the media pressure on my young family and my wife, who is 5 months pregnant, is extremely painful, he says.
Police say they're very concerned for a missing 81-year-old man seen withdrawing money from a cash point shortly before he disappeared in Birmingham. James Black's been missing from his Birmingham city centre home for a week. CCTV images show him outside a bank on New Street. He was reported missing by his flatmate, and police say his disappearance is completely out of character. And businesses on a busy Black Country high street say they're worried the sale of a popular car park could impact their business. The Gaussian Mosque and Welfare Association in Lye wants to buy the land off Dudley Council to deal with demand from worshippers. Well, this trader, whose business is right next door, is worried about the car park going into private hands.
There's already one of the car parks on the opposite side of the road earmarked for development. If this goes into private use, then we're left with 2 car parks when we've previously had 4, and they're all pretty well used.
And a look at the weather, rather cloudy but mainly dry this afternoon. The odd bright spell, highs of 16 Celsius, 61 Fahrenheit. Staying dry tonight, lows of 9 Celsius, 48 Fahrenheit. Tomorrow, a mixture of showers in the morning, some sunny spells in the afternoon with highs of 20 Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. And Sunday, generally drier but more in the way of brightness and just 1 or 2 isolated showers. And that's your news for the West Midlands. It's just coming up to 4 minutes past 2.
Mate, it's not my position to apologise, but do you know what? I'm going to apologise because I am a representative of BBC WM 95.6. I'm sorry you didn't get... the
big intro.
I've not finished. Bit rude. I'm sorry that you did not get the musical stab that was going into the news, that customarily goes into the news here at this radio station. I apologise for that. Wasn't my fault, it was Caroline's, but that's how big a man I am. I'm going to apologise on her behalf.
I appreciate that, Ian. I think it was your fault, wasn't it?
No, how is it my fault? You know how this works. She's presses the buttons, she stopped the music. It was her fault.
It was, and you
Right.
and you did a little musical accompaniment anyway, didn't you, for me? So that was all right.
I don't like the tone of your voice. Right, come down here.
Do you want to get it right at 2:30? Is that okay, yeah?
So rude.
Friday afternoons with Iain Lee
on BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Do you know what? I've probably got it wrong quite a few times before, so it's deserved. It's deserved. Afternoon, guys. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. The vibe is strong with this one. It's a pet special, guys. Pets. Pets, pets, pets. Pets. 03453. I'm tempted just to leave it at that. And just say it's a pet special. 03453 009956. I mean, you know what pets are, yeah? It's like animals and stuff, isn't it? Okay, let's throw out some pet questions. Have you got a pet buried in your back garden? Oh, that's already we're flirting with the dark side. Oh, I made myself laugh at this one. Ever been haunted by a pet? Ever been mistaken for a pet? Ever dressed up like a pet? You kind of get where this is going, yeah? Pet special. 03453 009956. Ever eaten pet food? Ever found your pet in your clothes? Ever tripped over a pet? Ever run over your own pet? And the phone calls start, ladies and gentlemen. The phone calls start, you see. 03453 009956. We are celebrating the magic of P-E-T-S, pets. Literally anything to do with pets. It's as vague as that. They're all in... The whole papers are full of pet stories. And can I just say, for the record, I've missed my doorbell at home as well. Honestly, you come down, you're in, and you come downstairs and there's a little card through your door saying, we tried to do a drug test and you were out. I've had that. Why can't they leave the drug test by the front door, guys? 03453 009956. Let's go straight to Kimberly. Good morning. Good afternoon, Kimberly.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
This is a great... Sorry, yes.
You're on about pets?
It's a pet special, Kimberly.
Yeah. We used to flush our goldfish down the toilet, not bury them in the back garden.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see, this really has, and I mean the joke here, has got legs. You used to flush your goldfish... Were they dead?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's something.
You send them back to sea.
Here's the... back to sea. Oh, isn't that sweet? Here's the thing, Kimberly. Goldfish are the hardest creature to keep alive.
Well, if you find them floating on the top...
Floating on the top of what?
Of the water.
You're meant to put water in there. Suddenly it becomes so obvious.
You put a bit of whiskey in to bring them back, and if that doesn't work, they're dead for sure.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have another topic this afternoon. What do I keep saying this morning? Have you ever brought an animal back from the dead? You put whiskey in the fish tank?
Yeah, and it brings them back.
Isn't that a song by Thin Lizzy, Whiskey in the Fish Tank?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, have a good day anyway.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Straight to the point. Ever brought an animal back from the dead? Oh, yeah. 03453 009956.
Sup up your beer and collect your fakes. There's a row going on down near Slough. Get out your mat and pray to the west. I'll get out mine and pray for myself. Thought you were smart when you took them on, but you didn't take a peep in their artillery room. All that rugby puts hairs on your chest. What chance have you got against a tie and a crest? Hello, Ray, what a nice day for the E2 rifles. Hello, Ray, our range starts brave with the E2 rifles. Cause you were clever when you lit the fuse. Tore down the House of Commons in your brand new shoes. Composed a revolutionary symphony. Then went to bed with a charming young queen. Hello, Ray, choosing mate to see two rifles. Hello, Ray, an extremist mate. Two rifles. What's a catalyst you turned out to be?
is a one nation government for one nation people.
There we go. Ever brought an animal back from the dead? Apparently, well, Caroline was just saying there. Caroline Martin was telling me she brought a fish back to life with Epsom salts. I laughed, but I don't actually know what Epsom salts are. I don't know what they are. In my head, it's like Alka-Seltzer, but you couldn't put Alka-Seltzer in a fish tank. Hey, we were making bombs at home the other day with, you know, those fizzy vitamin C tablets? Not bombs, but you know the fizzy vitamin C tablets? It's brilliant, right? You know they come in that tube? Yeah, they come in the tube. You empty them all out. This is brilliant. You break up the vitamin C tablet, put it in the tube, tiny bit of water, whack the lid on, shake, put the lid down and run. Oh, me and the boys were in hysterics. So I don't know what Epsom salts are. 03453 009956. Maybe you could tell me. Hey, you know that they're talking about banning legal highs? Well, here's one legal high they can't ban. Ban. Smelling salts. You ever taken a whiff of smelling salts? Flippin' heck! It blows your mind, man. You can hear the colours. You'll think that Jimi Hendrix is a good guitarist. It's insane. Tiny little bottle. Here's the trick. If you go into Boots, go to the smelling salts aisle, get the bottle, tiny little bottle, undo it. Really big sniff. Oh, man alive. That'll knock 10 years off your life. So, what are Epsom salts, please? Ever brought an animal back to life? It's very common to bring back from the dead, what do they call them? Hamsters. Hamsters. The number, if you've buried a hamster in the last 24 hours, go and dig it up. It's probably still alive. Because they kind of, I don't want to say fake their own death. That would be weird. I don't think they're sentient enough to do that. But they have this condition where they sort of look like they're dead, and their heartbeat is just so faint, such a faint little heartbeat that you don't know that actually it's still alive. So you go and bury Sigourney, or whatever it is you've called your hamster, and then you can hear a faint scratching underground, and that's it still alive. The way you do it is you rub its belly. Or so, have I got that right? I'm sure that's not a joke. I'm sure the drunk man that told me that was telling the truth, wasn't he? Pet special, guys. Anything to do with pets. Ever buried a pet in your back garden? Ever buried somebody else's pet? Ever stolen a cat? Because, you know, cats, they just, if they're getting fed more food at number 62, they won't go back to number 58. They'll go wherever the food is. 03453 009956. The reason we're doing this? Well, we've got to fill 2 hours with something, haven't we? There's loads of pet stories in the papers, including this one. Nan bites dog. I know. She chomps Alsatian, attacking her terrier. Gran, June Hatton, was so furious when her Yorkshire Terrier Millie was attacked by an Alsatian, she bit the dog. That's not a euphemism. The 80-year-old... I knew they'd come, and here they are. If you're ringing, the phones have suddenly gone mental. It's either to complain about me or tell me about animals. Keep ringing. Mark will get to you in a bit, I promise. The 80-year-old bravely sank her dentures into the snarling beast after its escape from a house as she walked past with her tiny dog. June said, "It was all I could think to do. He was biting my dog, so I bit him." Ever bit an animal? 03453 009956. I famously in my family, I bit my cat Toby when I was 3 and chucked him down the stairs. What a little... I was a biter, big into biting. Bit my sister and I bit the cat. Biting the cat was the last straw. My mum got me in the living room, kneeled me on the floor. She knelt down with me, asked why I did it. Then she rolled up my sleeves and she bit me. She bit me.
Who?
My mum bit me. Imagine that, Peter.
Imagine it, yes.
Go on, imagine it. Go on. Imagine my mum kneeling a 3-year-old boy down in front of her, rolling up his sleeve and taking a chomp of 3-year-old forearm? Just, no, keep imagining it. Okay,
My
great.
mother never did that.
Well, and it never did you any harm. Peter, what have you got for us?
I know somebody who buried a Jowett javelin.
A what?
A Jowett javelin.
Say that again, because you keep saying it differently every time.
I'll spell it for you.
Yeah.
Jowett.
Yeah. Jowett.
J-A.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
E. L.
I-N.
N.
A javelin?
Yes.
What animal is that?
It isn't. It's a car.
Oh, mate, you've just taken us to the next level. Within 17 minutes of the show starting, we've gone supernova. He buried a car, Peter? What? Why?
No.
Where?
It was a woman.
Well...
It was her father's car.
Yeah?
I didn't see it, but she told me where it was.
Yeah?
In Harborne.
Right.
Years ago, she told me she buried it in the garden when her father died.
He wasn't in it, was he?
Unsure.
Unsure? OK, well, verify. So there's a car... Is that car still there, Peter? And would you fancy...
I would imagine so. I know the house.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you know the people that live there now?
Probably not. I was repairing a washing machine at the time.
Oh, hey, there's a thing in the papers today that washing machines are unrepairable now.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's too expensive. Who'd have thought that washing machines live longer with Calgon? Who'd have thought that washing machine manufacturers could be so devious? It's more expensive to get it fixed than it is to buy a new one.
Well, I've repaired 4 today so far.
Oh, really? 4?
Mm.
Hey, here's the thing that people don't know, right? If you've never looked inside a washing machine, you won't know this. There is a massive block of concrete in there.
There's usually 2 in.
Why? Yeah, honestly, it's not. The inside of a washing machine is nuts. I thoroughly recommend that if your mum's not in, you get the knife, you go and unscrew it, you have a look inside. Why is there concrete in a washing machine?
To balance the load.
Well... It's easy for you to say. Peter, what are the chances of you and me going to this house and digging up this car?
Have you got a spade?
I can find one.
Your WM, live in Birmingham.
And all this week we've been in South Birmingham. We've been focusing on all of the issues that you want to talk about.
I'm on the Lady Pool Road on this very bright sunny day.
This summer, BBC WM wants to hear from you. Tell us what's happening where you live.
I mean, there are any issues that are happening within Scarborough that you'd like us to look at as part of your WM?
Doing something every year, like a festival or something, would be absolutely incredible.
Your WM continues next week, live in Reading.
OK. Right, so Peter has taken us on to a new phone-in. What have you buried? What have you buried or what have you dug up? 03453 00 9956 is the telephone number. Lucy's in Bilston. Good afternoon, Lucy.
Good afternoon, Ian.
Nice to speak to you, Lucy. What have you got for us?
Well, we're a pet household, so we're loving today's show.
It's a pet special, Luce. It's a pet special. I warn you now, though, it might get a little bit deep. It might get a little bit dark. Because let's be honest, pets die. So, whoa, hey, who's that in the background?
That's not one of mine. I'm at work.
Oh, okay. Where do you work? A dog factory? Dog factory?
Well, I'm a dog groomer. I'm going to have to go outside because he's going to yap.
Yeah. What is that? That sounds like a huge dog.
He's a Western cross with a Scottish.
I've got no idea what that means. But here's the thing, right? I'm a cat person. I hate dogs, Lucy. But I've started walking. I've started going for really long walks, about an hour, hour and a half, like really determined, powerful walks. And I'm out and about, and I've noticed people, they're walking their dogs. And it's got me thinking, I quite fancy a dog now.
Well, yeah, they're good fun.
Cockapoo.
They're good fun.
Cockapoo.
Well, yeah, I've got a bossy poo.
What's a bossy poo?
I don't like all these silly names either, but that's what they called her when we had her. She's a rescue, and she's a Boston Terrier crossed with a poodle.
Now, terriers are vicious, violent dogs that will rip a person's face off, aren't they?
Occasionally.
Okay, well, as long as there's a bit of random element involved. A cockapoo, though, it looks cute and cuddly.
Yeah, all right, I suppose.
You don't sound convinced.
I prefer a poodle, just a plain old poodle.
I mean, the only research I've done, Lucy, is someone recommended it on Twitter, and I Google imaged it, and I saw it, and I thought that looks nice. I mean, that's literally as far as the research has gone.
You might need to do a little tiny bit
Should
more.
probably do a little bit more, shouldn't I?
More.
Yeah. What have you got for us, Lucy?
I had a standard poodle and she came in to see me, put a pair of child's pants on her.
Excuse me? When she? Well, no.
Yeah, because you don't want the mess in the house.
No, years and years ago, we had a spaniel, Cocker Spaniel, and boy, oh boy, the mess in the house was, flipping heck. It was like a horror film.
Yeah,
it was
it's
terrible.
not
no.
pleasant,
But you put pants on her, would you?
Yeah, you cut a little hole in the pants for a tail to go through.
Oh, dear.
And then you put something inside the pants, and then, Bob's your uncle. But my partner at the time decided to let the dogs out for a wee.
Who let the dogs out?
I know, and then forgot to take her pants off, and you could just see her pants swelling as she was doing a whoopsie in her pants.
Oh boy, oh boy. My boys love going swimming, okay? Now, what do you do, Lucy, when you need a wee and you're in the swimming pool?
Oh, you don't wee in the pool.
Oh,
you didn't tell them to wee in the pool,
well, what do you do? What else are you supposed to do? Get out and go to the toilet?
I know, it's such a strange idea, but
no,
yeah.
You don't really. You'll be telling me you get out of the bath next.
I don't have baths, I have showers.
Good girl. No, so listen. Nobody gets out of the swimming pool to go for a wee, right? And so my 3-year-old boy said, "Daddy, I really need a wee." And I said, "Right, well, let's look. Just do it here, okay? Just do it." And so he stood up on the step, pulled his trunks down, and started, doing it properly. I'm going, no. Just do it underwater, sunshine, for crying out loud. Have you got any pets buried in your back garden?
We've got a couple of chickens buried.
Yeah. What? Why didn't you eat them?
Oh, come on. And speaking of which, my son, he's here. He's got beef with you about chickens.
Oh, blimey. How old is he before I start getting too stroppy with him?
10.
Oh, I could beat him in a fight easy. Okay, what's his beef with me about chickens?
Because I told him that you said that chickens were a really rubbish pet.
Yeah, they are. Go on. And his problem with that factual statement is what?
Well, would you like to ask him?
Yeah, go on. Put him on the line. Oh, flipping it.
Hello?
Hello? Iain Lee's not here. You've got the wrong number.
No, I haven't.
You've got the wrong number. Iain Lee doesn't live here anymore. So I'm really... So what did you want to say to him?
No. You have me on.
No, you've got the wrong number. Iain Lee doesn't live here anymore. He's moved to Radio Norfolk.
Yeah, I've heard every single bit.
No.
I can't believe you hate chickens, I can tell you.
He is an idiot. I like chickens. He's an idiot. All right. Yeah. What's chickens? They're not pets. They're food. They're lunch. Tell me.
How dare you?
How very dare you, sir? Tell me then. What's your name, young man?
Finn.
Finn. Right, Finn. Give me 3 good reasons why chickens make good pets.
Cheeky.
Cheeky?
Playful.
Hang on a minute. Right. First of all, cheeky and playful kind of means the same thing, so that's one. That's if we allow cheeky. How is a chicken cheeky?
Well, if you catch them jumping up on a windowsill or pooing in your house, then there you go.
Oh yeah, no, fair play, mate. That's a really good selling point. They do poos in your house.
Stealing your sandwich.
Right.
Out of your hand, pecking it and dragging it on the floor.
Yeah, I did ask for the reasons as to why chickens were good pets, not a pain in the backside.
Well, they are lovely, though.
You can't give a cat or a small dog, give it a cuddle, give it a little scratch behind the ear, give it a little kiss, take it out for a walk, have fun, play with a bobbin. With chickens, you can't do nothing. Imagine taking a chicken for a walk. Actually, do imagine that, because that's quite nice. But you can't do anything with them. You can't play football with them. You can't play catch.
It doesn't matter. It's still a pet.
What? Have you still got chickens, Finn?
Pardon?
Thanks very much. Have you still got chickens?
Yes.
What do you call them? Hello? It's not a trick. It's not a trick question.
Yes, I know.
What is the name? What are the names of your chickens?
There's...
You must really love them, Finn. Thank you, Finn. Thank you, Lucy. Afternoon, Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6 Pet Special. Also, what have you buried and what have you found buried? 03 453 009956.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel. Here's Phil Peacock.
On the southbound M42, there are delays as you head towards Junction 9 for the M6 toll. It's all because of an accident that was on the carriageway, but it has been cleared. Southbound on the M6 is also slow moving from Junction 10A at the M54 towards Junction 8 for the M5 again. It's roadworks there causing delays. Northbound on the M5 is struggling towards the M6 north onto the Link Road. It's the usual Friday afternoon delays. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Good afternoon, it's 2:30. I'm Chris Blakemore. David Cameron has delivered a speech calling on Muslim communities to do more to help tackle extremism. Speaking at a security conference in Slovakia, he said young people were at risk of being radicalised by people who quietly condone the views of Islamic State. The Tory peer Lord Heseltine says a regional authority for the West Midlands will happen despite opposition from some people outside Birmingham. 7 council leaders have backed the idea in principle, but some people in Coventry and the Black Country say they're worried about Birmingham having too much power. The double Olympic champion Mo Farah has responded to reports that he missed 2 drugs tests in the run-up to the 2012 Olympics. In a statement, he said he'd never taken performance-enhancing drugs and that missing the assessments had been simple mistakes. The former Villa assistant manager Roy Keane has been found not guilty of a public order offence involving an alleged road rage incident. A taxi driver had accused him of making rude gestures and swearing at him in Manchester earlier this year. And the weather rather cloudy but mainly dry through the afternoon. The odd bright spell, highs of 16 Celsius, 61 Fahrenheit. Staying dry tonight, lows of 9 Celsius, 48 Fahrenheit. And tomorrow, a mixture of showers in the morning and some sunny spells in the afternoon.
news with Chris Blakemore. Chris.
That brings it back. That brings it all back, that one.
Doesn't it just, eh?
Hey,
Doesn't it just, the memories? Do you remember, well, I mean, that's from 1988, and of course I started 3 years before that, 1985.
I thought it was 4.
Your memory is better than mine, so you're absolutely correct. Yeah, because you've been around here forever. Do you remember when we used to do the late night show and 10 till 1 at night, and I would hand over to you? We'd have some classic bands, wouldn't we?
What a hoot!
What fun! Let's just remember that fun for a minute.
Yeah.
Really delicious fun. What are you doing for the next 26 minutes?
Frantically writing the news.
But seriously, what are you doing?
I'm frantically writing the news
for
your show.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
On FM, Freeview, digital radio and online.
BBC WM 94.
Isn't it funny how this works out? So, it's a pet special, right? We're asking, have you ever brought a pet back from the dead? I've got my Facebook page open. Howard Kalen, who's he? He's only the lead singer from the Turtles. In fact, we'll play a Turtles song in a minute. He's put a video on his timeline, how to save a drowned squirrel. Is how to save a drowned squirrel. And there is footage of a drowned squirrel being reanimated. Can you find a Turtle song, please, Mark, and put it in for me? Thank you very much. Ever brought an animal back from the dead? Nick, you can resuscitate dead hamsters.
Right.
Thanks for calling.
Are you not going to listen?
Well, this is the thing I don't get about... Right,
I've missed a couple of minutes.
Hello. I've done shows all over the country, OK? Phone-in shows all over the country. And everywhere else in the country, I can say something spontaneous, like... You can bring a hamster back from the dead, and then gone to the caller, and they've gone, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, I did that once," or "Oh, I didn't know that." But here at BBC WM 95.6, you lot can't do spontaneous. It's like you've got your script, and you cannot.
I'm not interested in the hamster.
Hello, and it's like you can't deviate from the script.
Oh.
Like
Can
that.
I say what I found
like
about
that,
now?
Ed. That was a spontaneous conversation, and you couldn't do it.
It means nothing to me.
Like this! This is spontaneous and you can't respond to it! Like that! What does that even mean? Join this conversation. It's a one-sided conversation, Nick. Join it. Don't wait for it to end because it could never be over.
Right.
But that's not...
Can I say what I found about
You
now?
see, he won't join the conversation. He's rebuffing me.
I can't do it.
If we were improvising, you would be accused of being closed. This is a So when you go out with your mate, and they... do you go there with a pre-prepared list of things you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play, Nick. What you got for us?
This will finish you off.
Oh,
can I get the this will finish, and I can verify this with dozens of people, right?
Yeah.
And I swear on my kids' lives, it's just it's hard to believe, but it's the truth. Can I get the ritual out the way first?
I mean, you say ritual, I say just weird annoyance, but yeah, go on then.
TG.
Yeah.
IILF.
Thank God it's Iain Lee Friday show.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll change it to a W as well.
I wouldn't
so
bother.
if you're on a Wednesday.
Okay. Well, I'm not on a Wednesday though.
But I get the shakes by then.
Okay. Yeah, a bit cold turkey. You can always look me up online. You know, there's stuff out online. You know.
I don't do all that.
You don't.
I need no.
What do you mean
I've just got a radio and I'm.
What do you mean you don't do all that? You don't do the internet.
All that nonsense now.
Really?
Yeah, but I did speculate because of you, and I bought is it a digital or something? One of them DB things.
One of them what?
You know, a DB thing.
Yes. Have you got a DB radio now?
Yeah, it's
Pucker.
really clear now when I listen to you. It's brilliant. It's even better.
The thing about DAB, I love DAB because it opens up a whole new world of stations, OK?
That's it, DAB.
But part of me thinks it's too clear. Because if I get a little stomach gurgle or do a little pop, you can hear it in DAB quality. On FM or medium wave, you can't hear it at all.
No.
This really is hard work, Nick. Go on then.
Right. The monkey. We had a pet monkey.
No, you did not,
we
mate.
Did.
Why would you lie to me like that?
We had a pet. I'd even show you the photographs. It bit my mum's ear off, the bottom of her ear hole. She didn't like the thing anyway.
Right, Nick, can you just do me a favour? Can you say, my pet monkey bit my mum's ear off?
My pet monkey bit my mum's ear off.
Nick, okay. I mean,
Right?
yeah, go on.
That's nothing. We had an Alsatian at the time. People used to come from miles to see this monkey. It actually sat there smoking like a little old man in the corner.
Yes.
And he drawed a lot of custom in, actually, for me dad.
What was your dad, a circus trainer?
He had a garage, I was telling you, when he'd done Pat Roach's car.
Oh, yeah, he did Pat Roach's car in the...
Yeah, and he had this monkey at the garage as well in a cage. And people used to come for miles to see this monkey.
Yeah.
And he used to sit there smoking, and they'd give it cigarettes. And if you had glasses and you went near the cage, he'd rip the glasses quick off.
Of course,
you and smash
everyone knows that monkeys hate glasses.
Yeah, yeah. And we had an Alsatian at the time called Sue, funny enough.
Right.
And,
is this a real story, or are we both high on drugs?
I can verify this. Dozens of people, in fact, people listening, they probably remember this monkey from years ago.
Right.
Everyone come to see this monkey. It was like someone else. Anyway.
Hang on a second, let's get it right. This is the monkey that...
My pet monkey bit my mum's ear off.
It's that monkey we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send pictures to you, actually.
Don't bother.
I've got pictures of it swinging on the chandeliers at home, wrecking the curtains and everything. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
They're old black and white pictures because of the
Can
time.
you get to the point of the story? Because Paul Franks is on at 4.
So it used to sit, when my dad let it out, it used to sit in the middle of the drive at the garage. And the Alsatian used to walk past.
Yes.
And he used to jump on the back of it and pull its tail. And the dog would go around in circles. Anyway, it tormented the dog to death. The monkey died. My dad was ill one Christmas, one winter. And the weather, no one put it back inside at night.
Oh, what, the monkey or
and
the dog?
Poor thing, yeah, the monkey, and the poor thing died.
Oh.
And it was real shame. My dad was well upset. And
cheery story, mate, thanks.
Yeah.
Be with you in about an hour, Trevor. Are you okay?
Well,
yes, mate, I'm all right.
All right, this could take a while, Trevor. Hang on a second, yes.
So, when my dad got back to the garage, he buried it in the bank at the side of the garage.
Yeah.
And the dog, so there's your burial part, right?
Yes.
Dig it,
Well, please make this
and
end.
the dog dug the monkey up and ate it as if to say, I've got you now, That's it. I could go on, but I won't.
Thanks very much for calling. Blimey, Trevor, that was hard work, wasn't it?
Just a bit, yeah.
Oh.
Just a little bit, yeah.
He was telling me a story about a dead monkey being eaten by a dog.
Yeah, I think I'd have shot the bleeding thing.
Don't you go shooting my monkey. Don't you go shooting my monkey. I'm having a bath in a tin can.
Trevor, what have you got for us?
Well, I ran up originally about a story in the summer. I would just like to say, we've got a designer dog. He's called a Yorkie.
Well, okay, a Yorkie. So it's half... I've got no idea.
Half Yorkshire Terrier, half Jack Russell.
Oh, I mean... Oh!
It wasn't ours. We just got given him because nobody else really wanted him. But we're glad
Do we not call them? Am I about to say something hideously politically incorrect? Do we not call them mongrels anymore?
Yeah, he's he's only a cross.
Well,
but anyway,
yes.
I digress. The story I rang up about was on page 27 of the Sun, and I thought it might interest you.
Oh, page now. Okay, because I've not got that one marked down on my list of Sun stories. I'm flicking to page 27 of the Sun. Hang on a second. Oh, hang on a second. 29. That's jihadists. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, my life. I seen that this morning. I nearly fell out of the cab laughing.
This is the story about the golden hello of £20,000 to lure GPs, is it?
No, it's the other one. The big story about little...
What, Dunelm are having a furniture sale?
No, it's about...
It's not about the an Argentinian businessman and his son wanted in the US over the FIFA bribes surrendered yesterday.
No, it's about dodgy condoms.
Oh, no, hang on, looking on page 25. Page 27's gone, that's why. Page 27...
You stupid boy.
Harold, it's got the best headline I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I laughed at it when I seen it.
Johnny Rotten.
Yeah.
And what's brilliant, it's a story about about basically cheap condoms that aren't very good. And at the bottom, there's a little section, and it's a guy. His name is something like Steve Smith. Steve Smith, condom user, said how he bought 5 packets of 10 condoms from a market stall for a tenner. Now, right, first of all, he's bragging and probably making it up. Secondly, how proud must his family be to have him billed as a condom user? And thirdly, listen, if you buy chocolate from the market, you know it's not real chocolate. If you buy the Duracell batteries from the market, they're going to be fakes.
I was going to say, what a mug buying condoms from a market stall.
For goodness sake, thank you very much for that, Trevor. For goodness, it's a brilliant story. Condom user. That's how he's described in the newspapers. If you buy batteries from the market, they're not going to last you 20 minutes. And that chocolate you get from the market is disgusting. So the condoms from the market aren't going to last you 20 minutes and they're going to taste disgusting. No, hang on, that's not right. That's not right. It's close to something there, but I don't know what. 03453 009956.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, lose my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together.
Dog 2. My pet monkey bit my mum's ear off.
No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together. We're happy together. So happy together.
If you want I know I'm doing my job as a dad right, because we were watching some rubbish cartoon the other day, and that song popped up in it, and both my boys started singing along. Oh, yes, Daddy's doing something right. If you want a musical treat, go on to YouTube and type in something along the lines of Turtles, Happy Together, vocals only. It is flipping sensational.
Were you sort of the fallen pop idol?
No doubt about it. After 5 years of great success, the Beatles came in. No sour grapes about that. As a matter of fact...
But they wiped you off.
Yeah.
This Sunday, hear my 1975 interview with singer and songwriter Neil Sedaka.
And Karen and Richard are very dear friends of mine. And I said, yes, Laughter in the Rain went to #1 in all the magazines. And I saw Richard Carpenter's face drop. I felt awful.
The best of Ed's big name interviews from an archive spanning 4 decades.
Ed Doolan on a Sunday.
That's this Sunday from 12 noon.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Cha-cha-cha. Ian, text 81333, start your text WM. Ian, we've got 3 cats buried in our garden, 2 dead, 1 not very pleased. I believe that's what's known in the trade as a joke. Iain, I've just lost one of my chinchillas. I've had her cremated. Chinchillas? She's now in a nice little wooded casket at home, so when her sister dies, I'll have her cremated and put in there with her. Lucy says, Kimberly's phone's broken. She can hear you, Iain. Jay in Dudley says, my mate Richard's dog Jenny used to look like Andrew Castle. She was the spitting image of Andrew Castle, the boring man, the really boring man. Gosh. Michael's in Blackheath. Good afternoon to you, Michael.
Hello, Ian. Are you okay?
Do you know what, mate? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
What it was, a long time ago when I'd be around 12 or 13.
Michael, can I ask, are you on speakerphone or hands-free or something?
No, I'll tell you what, I'm at work and I'm in the kitchen.
Oh,
let me just go out the back.
All right, it's just not the best line. Are you doing a sneaky work phone?
Yeah.
Good lad.
Okay, I'm in charge, so there's no one to tell me.
Yeah, good for you. Abuse your position, boss. Go on then, Michael, we can hear you better now.
A long time ago, like I say, me and my brother was around about 12, 13, and we were just sitting outside the front of our house, and we heard some whimpering type noises, like not really a meow, but it was close to it.
Yeah.
And the house next door was empty, and as we walked around, we got a little bit louder, and they got it was when they had the old round metal bins.
Yeah.
And we could hear it. It didn't sound like it was coming out the bin, so a bit tentatively, we sort of lifted the lid on this bin, and there was a black sack inside it, and it was slightly wriggly.
No.
Yes. I opened it, and it was probably swapping. It was 5 or 6 kittens.
No, in a black sack in a bin?
Yes.
Oh no!
They were soaking wet, so obviously somebody had tried to drown.
Oh no!
Not been terribly successful, and well, yeah. So we picked
So
them
what
out.
did you do? Did you tie them back up and chuck them in and do a better job of it? How did the story end? Please tell me it's got a happy ending.
No. Yeah, well, sort of.
Sort of. It doesn't fill me with optimism. Sort of.
We had a cat. We had a cat ourselves, and she recently had kittens. But probably about a week before, we just got rid of them. We give them away to friends and family and whatever. And so the only thing we could think of, because there wasn't the money around for vets back in that day, and so we thought we'd try and give them to the cat, see what would happen.
Yeah.
So we took them round and we emptied the bag out, and there was one that was totally gone, and the rest of them were just barely alive, to be honest.
Oh.
We put them down. The cat had its own basket in the shed out the back, and we put them all in there, and the cat came round, and we just sort of stepped away, and we just watched. And she started to lick, and we thought, is she chasing them because she's hungry, or is she going to...
I'm really nervous about where this is going to go, Michael.
No. And then, so we left them overnight. We came back, and they were all clean, feeding off her. Her milk had obviously not totally dried up, so it came back.
Hey.
And she looked after them, and we gave them away, and,
Hey, well done.
There was only one dead out of about 6.
Well done, you mate. I often push forward my cynical, grumpy old persona. But how could someone put a load of kittens in a sack and? Isn't that awful?
I think it used to be quite frequent back in the day because people didn't used to get them spayed, did they? They used to. And they couldn't afford to look after them, and that was the case. And
well, Michael, listen, well done, you.
Well, I think anybody would have done it.
You've never buried a car, have you?
No.
Hey, Michael, maybe you can help me on this, right? We're talking as well, because we had someone phoned up whose friend had buried a car in the back garden. Now, I'm sure this is true, that underneath Wembley Stadium, there's a train buried. Does that ring?
You've got one on me, no, it doesn't ring any bells.
All right,
to me. I've never heard.
Michael, listen, thank you for your call. We're going to put it out there. I'm sure. What have you buried? What have you found? 03453 009956. I'm sure that I've heard under Wembley Stadium there is a train buried. Is that right, Terry?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
C'est possible.
Yeah, c'est impossible.
Yeah, that's all about the cats in the sack.
Oh, isn't that terrible?
Well, I'm reluctant to say what I was
No,
gonna
listen, hey
talk
Terry,
to you
the
about?
nature of this show is we do clunky gear changes, and it says on my screen you want to give me a right rollicking.
Well, I have got a bone to pick with you, young
Let me see
sir.
your bone. Oh.
You're not awfully fond of dogs, you say, yet why are you narrating
Oh, sorry.
dogs make you laugh out loud,
because-
1 and 2?
Have a look at this dog. He thinks its owner's taking him for a walk. Little does he realise he's in for a big surprise.
Yeah.
Because it paid top dollar, that's why.
Oh, well, fair
Well,
play.
no, this is the
fair
thing.
play.
This is the thing. I don't really like dogs. Okay, I'm a cat man. But I am thinking, for some reason, I'm coming round to the idea of maybe getting a dog.
Well, you'll get some exercise, and please, young sir, I hope you're cleaning up the poop.
Oh, well, this is the thing that back in my day, right? We had a dog about 23 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have to pick up dog poo in those days. You were allowed to just leave it there. And I saw an old woman taking a dog out for a walk 3 days ago. This woman was in her 80s.
Yeah.
The dog did a whoopsie. She pulled a bag out of her pocket, bent down and picked it up, and I thought, flippin' heck, how degrading. That woman has lost all dignity in my eyes by picking up a doggy poo-poo.
Oh, no, I have to do it with mine. I couldn't leave it there. There's always somebody lurking who grass on you.
Is that the only reason you're doing it, so you don't get busted?
Yeah.
I am thinking, I just think I've started walking a lot. I'm really enjoying walking. It's good for the soul and the mind. Like a small dog, a cockapoo.
Yeah, we've got a Shih Tzu.
I beg your pardon.
No one on earth could feel like this. I'm thrown and overblown with bliss. There must be an angel playing with my heart, yeah. I walk into an empty room, and suddenly my heart goes boom. It's an orchestra of angels, and they're playing with my heart, yeah. Must be talking to an angel. 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 No one on earth could feel like this. I'm thrown and overblown with bliss. There must be an angel playing with my heart, yeah. And when I think that I'm alone, it seems there's more of us at home. It's a multitude of angels, and they're playing with my heart, yeah. Must be talking to an angel. 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 orchestra of angels, oh, playing with my heart, yeah. Na, 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 na,
Pet special. Ever brought a pet back from the dead? Ever buried a pet? Also, what else have you buried? And is it... I'm sure I heard this. There is a train buried under Wembley Stadium. Iain, I've got 3 Japanese Akitas buried in my back garden. I don't know if you know what they are. I don't. But they're big dogs, so I had to dig big holes. Are you allowed... Because some dogs are as big as, like, grown-ups. Well, no, hang on. No, they're not. Are they? No, they're not. Dogs aren't as big as... Are they? No, they're not. But, no, well, no, some are. The ones with the whiskey around the neck. The St Bernards. The St Bernards are massive. And if you were to get on your... If you were to stretch a St Bernard from toe to toe, it will be massive. Are you allowed to... You can bury... I think I've got this right. So, you know, just hold off digging a hole. You can bury people in your back garden. I think you have to get special permission from, I don't know, like God or something. So I had to dig big holes. Anyway, more importantly, can WM Traffic let me know what's going on the M5? We're going to go to the traffic in just a moment, sir. Both my husband and myself saw our pet cat Nico after he passed away 2 days later, and he looked just the same. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Please put... Oh, no, Lisa. Now, Lisa has asked for a song that I can't play. Let me explain. It sounds cold. I can't play this song. Please play Neil Diamond, Hello Again, for my granddad, Clifford, who we lost to cancer last year. Now, Lisa, I can't play that song because that's the song that we played at my dad's funeral. And I just can't listen to it without bursting into tears. So, I'm sending you, but I just can't play that song, Lisa. I'm sorry. And I'm sending your granddad a bit of love. And to my dad as well. There we go. Look. 03453 009956.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel. Here's Phil.
There are severe delays northbound on the M5. They start from Junction 6 at Worcester, Junction 7 at Worcester through to Junction 6 at Pershaw Lane, turning off for Warndon Waite because of an accident earlier on. All lanes have been reopened, so hopefully it will start to move. Southbound on the M6 is very slow moving from Junction 10A at the M54 towards Junction 8 for the M5 because of roadworks. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM,
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Sorry, Lisa, I hope you understand. We don't normally do requests anyway, so I probably wouldn't have played it, but I just can't listen to that song at the moment. But thank you very much indeed. It's a pet special, 03453 009956. More of your calls after the news with Gareth.
Thank you. Good afternoon. David Cameron has delivered a speech calling on Muslim communities to do more to help tackle extremism. Speaking at a security conference in Slovakia, he said young people were at risk of being radicalised by people who quietly condoned the views of Islamic State. We spoke to this young Muslim man in Smallheath in Birmingham.
I mean, if you read it in the Quran, fighting and killing yourself and committing suicide, it's all wrong, really. When it comes to the mosques and everything, you just need to. We need to preach. We need to open up a lot more. And it's not about committing suicide and killing people and jihad and everything.
Police are investigating whether a man whose body was found on the roof of a building in West London died when he fell from a plane. Officers are considering whether his death is linked to the discovery of a man at Heathrow Airport yesterday who'd been hiding in the landing gear of a plane. The Tory peer, Lord Heseltine, says a regional authority for the West Midlands will happen despite opposition from some people outside Birmingham. 7 council leaders have backed the idea in principle, but some people in Coventry and the Black Country say they're worried about Birmingham having too much power. The government also says that change could only happen with an elected mayor. Lord Heseltine says it doesn't matter that people in Birmingham rejected that in a referendum 3 years ago.
The people didn't reject it, did they? I mean, most people didn't vote. There was a tiny vote, and it was basically party politicians arguing to try and keep their own positions. There was no public interest in the referendum campaign. But there's another fundamental difference, is that nobody at that time knew what the prize was.
The double Olympic champion Mo Farah has responded to reports that he missed 2 drugs tests in the run-up to the 2012 Olympics. In a statement, he said he had never taken performance-enhancing drugs and that missing the assessments had been simple mistakes. Our sports correspondent Dan Roan has read the statement.
He goes on, the last 2 weeks have been the toughest of my life, with rumours and speculation about me that are completely false, and the impact this has had on my family and friends has left me angry, frustrated and upset. In particular, the media pressure on my young family and my wife, who is 5 months pregnant, is extremely painful, he says.
A woman from Wednesbury, seriously injured in the Alton Towers roller coaster crash, has been released from hospital. 49-year-old Chanda Chauhan has been discharged from Walsall Manor. It means 2 of the 5 seriously injured people have now been discharged. 3 others are still at Royal Stoke University Hospital. They include 17-year-old Leah Washington from Barnsley, who had to have her left leg amputated. Businesses on a busy Black Country High Street say they're worried the sale of a popular car park could impact on their business. The Gosha Mosque and Welfare Association in Lye wants to buy the land off Dudley Council to deal with demand from worshippers. Trader Sheila Wade, whose business is right next door, told BBC WM she can't understand why a sale is being considered.
Don't understand why the council are even considering selling it, because we are all using it very amicably at the moment. I don't understand why it needs to go into private use.
And the weather, rather cloudy but mainly dry throughout the afternoon, the odd bright spell as well. Highs of 16 degrees Celsius, that's 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's your news for the West Midlands. It's 3 minutes past 3.
Friday afternoons with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Thank you, Gareth.
Voice in the West Midlands.
It's always louder than I imagine that to be. Afternoon, Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6, here every Friday, 2 till 4, and then tomorrow, 10 till 12. And then after me, it's Caroline Martin, 12 o'clock on a Saturday. It's got to be worth a listen, isn't it? Isn't it? So it's a pet special today. Loads of stories in the newspapers about pets and indeed animals. Your pet stories, it can be anything. Ever killed a pet, ever brought a pet back to life, ever had to eat a pet, ever taken a pet for a... I don't, you know. Also, what have you buried? We had someone whose friend buried her dad's car in the back garden. And is it true? I'm sure under Wembley Stadium, a train is buried. There's a better way of saying that sentence. If you want to take part in the show, plenty of ways. 81333, start your text WM. 03453 009956. Or you can send me an email, ian.lee@bbc.co.uk. Phones are the best though, aren't they? So here we go, okay? Talking about pets and animals, this is just ridiculous and horrible. Here comes a coffee. Thanks, Marky Mark, you sex god. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm assuming we're not allowed drinks in the studio. Oh, why have you brought me an empty cup, you plum? That's just teasing me. But it certainly sticks and adheres to BBC Health and Safety. So while I'm angry with you, I'm also pleased. Thanks, Mark. It's appreciated. 03453 009956. Pianist Paul Lewis had to pull out of 2 concerts after injuring himself staving off a seagull attack. Oh, when animals attack. International virtuoso Paul, 43, sprained a finger when the bird dived at him as he left rehearsals with the Liverpool Philharmonic. Spokeswoman Jane Garrity said, "We're pleased he'll make a full recovery." Hey, I had a weird injury yesterday. You know, under your... This is going to be so hard to describe. This is why I didn't attempt to tweet it yesterday, because it would have taken ages. Right, you know, above your throat and under your jaw, there's like nodules. You know, there's like little lumps, right? I did such a big yawn that one of the little lumps popped out and came on the other side of my jaw, so it came down there. And I was sat in my car, I'd pulled over, guys, luckily. I was parking up. Such a big yawn. Hang on, big finish. Here comes a big finish. Get ready. One of the biggest finishes in television themes. Here it comes. No, it just fades out. I did a bigger. So one of these nodules, it was the one on the left, popped out and popped round the other side of the jaw. And I'm sat there in my car with my mouth open thinking, oh, flipping heck. This really hurts me. And I have no idea what to do. You couldn't phone 999 for that, even though I was in a lot of pain and I couldn't move my mouth. And I'm sat there thinking, I can't go into the house because my wife will laugh at me, and that will get me angrier, because this is like a serious... I may be the only person in the world that's ever had their undermouth nodule pop out around their jawbone. Has it ever happened to you, Mohammed?
No, I didn't even know there was a nodule.
If you get your hands and just go underneath your jaw here, and if you try to stretch it, it's there. It's two nodules, one on either side, little lumps, little bit. I don't know if it's bits of gristle or if it's nerve end. I don't know what it is, Mohammed. I'm not a doctor. I was kicked out of medical college for, well, I can't say, but it really was a very messy.
Can you make that noise again when you found that lump in you? You were sitting in your car and you went,
the noise in my head went beep, 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 beep. But
you were making a voice. You were talking when you found it.
I was doing a Janet Street Porter. It was my...
it was worse than that. No, it was worse than that. You sounded like that puppet on the television, Buggles or something like that, is it?
Buggles? Buggles was
I don't know which one it was.
Buggles was a pop group.
No, some puppet. I don't watch these things, but I've heard the kiddies program.
All right, Mohammed,
the
calm
kiddies
down.
Program. They got all these puppets, and you sounded just like him.
You're not back on the booze, are you, Mohammed?
I should think not.
You sound furious today. I like it.
No, I'm not
passion.
Furious
When was the last time you lost your temper?
I don't lose my temper.
Oh no, I'm not having that.
No,
Listen,
I had a slight argument with a friend on the phone just a minute ago before I rang you. But it wasn't an argument. It wasn't an argument. I told him to stop arguing with me because it was Ramadan.
Hang on a minute. You telling someone to stop arguing with you means you were arguing. Well, it means you were arguing.
Yeah,
so, and you've carried that anger over to BBC WM 95.7.
Why do I sound angry? I'm not angry.
Yeah. What do I sound angry? I'm not angry. What are you saying I'm angry for? I'm not angry.
And you just said to me, you said, am I back on the booze? And I said to you, no, it's Ramadan.
Good. Am I supposed to wish you happy Ramadan? Is that the kind of thing you say?
You could if you wanted to say Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you very much.
You're absolutely welcome. It's better than Ramadan Ding Dong as well, I suppose. Well, how long? So you don't eat now until what? When the sun goes down?
It will be about 9:30.
Oh, mate, forget that. Listen, I respect you, and I respect anybody that's doing it.
I haven't eaten since 3:00 this morning.
No, that's...
or water.
Oh, no. Coffee?
No, nothing.
Tea?
Nothing at all can go inside my stomach until I break these fast.
Chocolate? You can have chocolate.
Can't have anything at all. Nothing.
Nuts?
Nothing. Only fresh air. No, nothing.
No, I'm saying you're nuts.
Whatsoever.
I'm not really. I'm not really at all. Well, listen. Well done you. More power to your elbow, Mohammed, but not your sandwich making elbow.
It's not that. It's not that difficult. Actually,
it's not. I bet it's
out your mind.
I bet it's.
I nearly ate some rice the other day when I was cooking yesterday.
Oh.
I put. When you're cooking, you always lick your fingers, don't you?
Yeah.
And I suddenly went, stuff it.
No, hang on. Licking your fingers wouldn't count as eating.
If I swallowed the rice, it would. No. If it was a mistake, no, it would be classed as
What would happen? You know. What happens if you eat something?
If you do it like a friend of mine said, he was on the phone to somebody, and not thinking, he went into the kitchen, picked up a couple of grapes, and then suddenly realised he'd eaten them.
Grapes.
So he had a word with.
He had a word with God?
He had a word with one of the scholars, and the scholar said to him, well, you've done it without being conscious of what you're doing.
Okay, but
so
supposing you got really
yourself.
peckish, right? You got to like 5, 6 o'clock. You thought, flipping it, I'm
Yeah.
so hungry. I'm going to watch the telly.
Yeah.
But then all the telly channels were just showing like cookery programs and stuff. You thought, right, forget that. I'm going to go out for a walk. And then you went out for a walk, and there was like food deliveries going on,
Yeah.
you know, Tesco vans. And you thought, forget that. I'm going to go home. And then you, like 7 o'clock in the evening, you made yourself a fish finger sandwich, and you ate that. What happens? Do you go to hell?
Of course not. You don't go to hell, but you've broken your fast, and you.
Do you have to do an extra day at the end of it? How does it work? I'm sounding slightly flippant, but I'm genuinely interested.
No, I think you have to take a time to start again, and you can start it again at a certain time of night.
Okay. Hang on a minute,
I'm
Mohammed.
not exactly sure.
No. Doreen, what do you want to say?
Hello. A friend of mine's got like a mobile canteen, and they do halal. And when it's Ramadan, these people from Pakistan, they've come, not all of them, a few of them, come and have something to eat. And she said, well, I thought you was fasting. You know what they said? If we make a donation to the mosque, we can have something to eat. Not every day, but they can. That's what they said to her.
Can I tell her?
Go on, of course you can, Mohammed.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
What it is of a certain age, if a gentleman or a woman is of a certain age, and they are not allowed to fast if they're too old.
These are young men. They're on the market.
Well, then they're not. That's telling lies,
what they
because
said to her.
Well,
what they're doing is they're not following the rules, because you're not allowed to eat unless the only way you can eat is if you're on medication. If a woman is expecting a baby and stuff like that, or medication, or at an age, or a young child is not old enough, anybody in between must fast.
Hey, here's the thing, Doreen. Maybe they just weren't doing it properly.
No, that's what they said.
Well, yeah, but maybe
donation to the mosque so we can have something to eat.
Well, maybe they were telling a porky pie. Porky pie being the operative word. Because hey, guess what? There's not every Muslim is a good, follows the rules strictly. Hello. This is still my show, isn't it? I think, guys.
Yeah, just 1 second. I want to tell you. Last year, when my first fast came along, I could only do 13 days.
Lightweight.
And because I was on medication, I shouldn't have been doing it. And even though I didn't finish the fast, then I had to donate the money that I couldn't do each day. You have to give the equivalent of what you would eat that day in a meal. It's charity.
Well, great call. Doreen, have you called in about the Wembley train?
Pardon?
Okay, that's you then, Mohammed.
Okay, bye-bye.
No, hang on. Someone's called in about the train buried under Wembley Stadium.
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Are you sure?
Sorry. I can't enlighten you.
I did.
Go up. Well, Doreen, let's listen to Mohammed and then we'll play Buggles.
It's an urban myth.
The hell's Buggles?
What do you mean, who the hell's Buggles? What do you mean, of course you've heard of Buggles. How have you... Right,
I've heard of I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles.
No, it's Buggles. The Buggles. You know, all right, listen, hang on a second.
Is that him with the big glasses?
Yeah, that's him with the big glasses,
like motorised thing, the big things on his eyes.
Yeah, they're called glasses. Yeah. Is that...
I know who it is now.
Can you sing the song?
Well, it depends what you want me to sing.
Well, the Buggles song.
No, I don't know that.
Yes, you do.
Go on, tell me what it is.
Video killed the radio star.
No, I don't know that much.
Yes, you do.
I know the words, but I don't know the tune.
Well, just say the words.
Video killed the radio star.
Can I just say, but Mohammed...
She's got a nice voice.
Hasn't she got a nice singing voice?
Yeah.
Because your voice, your speaking voice, Doreen, with the greatest respect, it's a little bit grating. But your singing voice was delicious. Could you sing something else for us?
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
That is freaky, isn't it, Mohammed?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's bad for 80, is he?
It's serenade me if she likes. I don't mind.
That's not bad at all. Well, we haven't got time to hear about the train now, but we have got time for this. That singing voice was surprisingly soft and sweet, considering her soul is hardened. Thank you, Doreen. Thank you, Mohammed. 03453 009956.
You could see
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
Let's be having you guys. The Buggles. Why is that song so significant? Let's go to Marky Mark and find out why is that song so significant in the history of pop music.
Because it's ironic, because you're still alive.
No,
it's Trevor Horn. Is that why?
Why is all right?
It was the first. I know what it is. It's just come to me. It was the first video played on Breakfast Time on BBC One.
Oh, you're such a plum.
Hey, Amal, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, Tar. Welcome to the weekend. Do you want to see a cow being born?
No.
Saturday breakfast with Molly Green.
What did you think of the beatboxing vicar? He was fab, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was great.
In the name of Nora, what was it, Mike?
Was it Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls?
Yay! It was indeed.
Right.
You don't win anything.
Oh.
Saturday breakfast with Molly Green.
I'll see you on Saturday morning from 7.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get Dan in Wolverhampton. Good afternoon, Dan.
Hi, Ian, you all right?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, mate. What you got for us?
So you're talking about a train under Wembley? I don't know about that. I've sort of read about buried trains, so I think if there was a train under Wembley, I would have known about it. But there's a sort of urban myth that there was a train went into a tunnel under Crystal Palace that became disused, and they left that under there. So I don't know whether I don't know if that's true.
So there's a train under Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
well, this is great. Well, let's find all of the buried trains, shall we?
Well, there was a rail car that was stood disused at Glasgow in the works there, and that was full of asbestos.
Yeah.
So rather than cut it up, they just dug a hole and buried that.
Oh.
And there's no other survivors of that class, so it would have been quite good to dig that up. But I guess it's pretty rotten by now.
There is a guy, right, who has it's his life's work. He believes that something like 50 Spitfires, I think, I may have got the airplane wrong, 50 Spitfires are kind of buried in the jungle of Borneo.
Right. Yeah.
He went last year. He thought he'd found them, and they sent a massive mission to dig them up, and they hadn't, and they were buried. So the bad guys, I guess the Nazis, couldn't get their hands on them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, heard that. But yeah, you never found them. But speaking of War Department stuff, there's a bunch of sort of Stanya-designed LMS locomotives at the bottom of the sea when a ship went down, and then sort of it's not buried as in out of use, but there's a little spur on the London Underground, and they shut it in the 70s or 80s, and they've still got an operational 70s tube train down there. They use it for film, for TV. It's got the old-fashioned booking office and everything.
There's about half a dozen ghost stations on the Underground that you can't access anymore, and they use it for filming. And it's always been my big thing to go there.
I know. I think if you work for London Underground or Railway magazines, you get to go in it, but they've certainly used it for filming. But that one spur has still got operational track, with a disused tube train in it.
One of my fantasies is to be on a tube train, stuck in a tunnel. The lights go out. We all end up the lights go out and we're stuck there for ages and it's really hot and it's really sweaty. And then the driver comes down with a torch and he escorts us through the tunnel like 2 miles to get to Tottenham Court Road. I would love that to happen.
Tottenham Court Road is where they filmed American Werewolf in London.
Dan, thank you. Dan knows a lot. He's right. American Werewolf in London. I very rarely got to the Tottenham Court Road scene. I was generally watching the Jenny Agutter in the shower scene. Thanks, Jenny. Paul's in Erdington. Good afternoon, Paul.
Good afternoon, Ian. How are you?
Paul, I'm feeling the vibe. The vibe is strong with this one.
Good man, good man. The Buggles video killed the radio star.
Yes, boss.
Was it the first video on MTV?
Ladies and gentlemen, what are you talking about? The first video on breakfast television, you complete and utter plum, Marky Mark. What?
1979.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Who?
78.
No. Later than that.
80.
I'd say.
80,
don't just keep saying years. I'd say 82, just to spite you.
Okay, then.
Okay. Here's the question, Paul.
Go on.
Who invented MTV? Who invented MTV, guys? Go.
You've lost me.
Yeah, I know. It's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mike Nesmith from the Monkees.
Oh, legend, yeah. They're playing this Moseley Folk Festival this year, mate.
Mate, and I'll see you there. Oh, hang on, are you going?
Yeah, with like flagons of cider.
I will see you there then, because I'm going. Cool. I'm going there they're on the Sunday night, which I think is the 7th, the 8th, something like that. I can't.
They're headlining the Sunday night, man. They're headlining Sunday night.
Yeah, I know.
You need to start drinking again, Ian. You need to start drinking again.
Do you know what, Paul? I might start drinking again.
Happy days, how exciting.
On that day, to celebrate after nearly 11 years of not drinking, I might just start drinking again. What could possibly go wrong, Paul?
It's just going to be carnage.
Hey, and do you know what, Paul? They're gonna finish with this. See you there.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. It seems the more I gave, the less I got. What's the use in trying? And all you get is pain. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Yes, I saw her face.
So today is apparently the happiest day of the year. Come on. Come on! The happiest day of the year? The happiest day of the year? Today is officially it must be true then, the happiest day of the year. According to a mathematical formula, oh, blimey, it's one of those, is it? It's one of those. According to a mathematical formula, we'll be more cheery on the third Friday in June than any other day. Man alive. Good weather, the birth of Princess Charlotte, of course for celebration, and even the prospect of Andy Murray winning Wimbledon enhanced our mood, said well-being guru Cliff Arnall. Dr. Arnall, 49, said we are more likely to be singing along to Pharrell Williams' worldwide hit song Happy due to happiness factors peaking today. No, not in here. Your happiness factors peaked today, dear listener. 03453 009956. He added, lovely recent weather and even better weather expected in coming weeks encourages people to socialise and enjoy more time outside. The economy is improving and Wimbledon fans are optimistic Andy Murray's in with a great chance of winning. News of the growing royal family is a source of happiness for many people. Really? Is today that happy? I mean, I'm as miserable as ever. 03453 009956. Are you feeling happy today? Pets? And I'm going to leave it kind of as vague and as open as that. And so far, we know that there is at least one train underground. We know there's a car underground. We know there are some diggers underwater and there are some aeroplanes underground in the jungles of Borneo. What else is buried? 03453 009956 is the phone number. 81333. Start your text WM or ian.lee@bbc.co.uk.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news. Here's Phil.
There's slow-moving traffic southbound on the M6 from junction 10A at the M54 down to junction 8 for the M5. The northbound side of the M5 is also looking slow as you head towards the Link Road for the M6 North carriageway. It's busy out of Birmingham on the A38 Aston Expressway towards the M6 at junction 6 for Spaghetti, and it's also looking quite busy through Kings Heath on Vicarage Road. They've got some temporary traffic lights near to Kings Heath Park causing delays as you head towards Avenue Road and Abbots Road. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
I've just seen Mental as Anything followed by the Jay Giles Band. Oh, guys, I don't need to do anything with that apart from hit play. But before that, let's get the news. Here's Gareth.
Thank you. Good afternoon. The Tory peer, Lord Heseltine, says a regional authority for the West Midlands will happen despite opposition from some people outside Birmingham. 7 council leaders have backed the idea in principle, but some people in Coventry and the Black Country say they're worried about Birmingham having too much power. Police are investigating whether a man whose body was found on the roof of a building in West London died when he fell from a plane. Officers are considering whether his death is linked to the discovery of a man at Heathrow Airport yesterday who'd been hiding in the landing gear of an aeroplane. A woman from Wednesbury, seriously injured in the Alton Towers roller coaster crash, has been released from hospital. 49-year-old Chanda Chauhan has been discharged from Walsall Manor. It means 2 of the 5 seriously injured people have now been discharged. And the former Villa assistant manager Roy Keane has been found not guilty of a public order offence involving an alleged road rage incident. A taxi driver had accused him of making rude gestures and swearing at him in Manchester earlier this year. On to the weather. Dry this afternoon with the odd bright spell. Highs of 16 degrees Celsius, that's 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Staying dry tonight with lows of 9 degrees Celsius. And that's your news for the West Midlands. It's 3:31.
On FM, Freeview, digital radio and online.
BBC WM 95.6.
Pet special. So we've had, animals. Why would you have a pet bird? I don't understand the pet bird thing, because that's weird. Right? My cat goes in and out, she does what she wants. Dog, you take it out for a walk. Rabbit, pet bird in a cage in the house? That's odd. And then if you let it out, if you have a pet bird in a cage in your house, A, why? B, when you let it out, doesn't it just do poops everywhere? And then how do you get it back in the cage? No. I don't like that. We've got stick insects, and I had them crawling over me yesterday. Don't ask why. I was clothed. And it was disgusting. Anyway. So we've had all those stories about the gull and all of that. Well, the Daily Mirror, so many animal stories. Oh, no, hang on, where's it gone? Oh, it's on page 25, I do apologise. The Daily Mirror is... well, it's an ugly dog. I don't know how do we feel about ugly dogs being celebrated? There's that cat, isn't there? Grumpy Cat. Now, Grumpy Cat isn't grumpy. It's disfigured. Yeah, like that. It's a disabled cat. Stop doing a Grumpy Cat face. Just stop doing it.
I'm just doing a Grumpy Cat.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Marky Mark. Who was that fella I had at the weekend? Because he was good.
Say again, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Keith or Kevin or someone who was with me on Saturday. He was good, I liked him. Really good work ethic and didn't talk to me, so spot on.
That was Danny Kelly's producer. Do you really want that on a regular basis?
Come on, guys. Listen, you know we have a
Danny Kelly's producer?
very few rules on this show, but one that we do adhere to is...
Never mention Danny Kelly on your show again.
For goodness sake. So, it's an ugly dog, right? People say Tuna is the world's ugliest dog, but every day I tell him that he's the most handsome. I bet he's worth millions of dollars, because Grumpy Cat is worth millions of dollars. Has Grumpy Cat's made a movie? What? Okay, here we go. Animal movies, where the animal is the star. Pudsey, the movie. K9 I won't have, because K9 isn't the star. Is that James Belushi or is it Tom Hanks? Anyway, let's say Belushi. Belushi's the star in that. OK, so you can't have that. Pudsey the movie, Pudsy's the star. Grumpy Cat the movie, Grumpy Cat's the star. What other movies are there where the animal is well, Jaws. Jaws is one you could have.
Paddington Bear.
That's not an animal.
Well, it's a bear.
Hey, here's something. This is a fun game that you can play for the rest of your life. How many Beach Boys songs begin with the word well?
Can I think of a...
How can you not think of any? Let me just pick some off the top of my head. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. Well, East Coast girls are hip. Well, it's been building up, and they all begin with well. It's a true story, guys. As celebrity pulling power goes, his 1.3 million followers on Instagram make him bigger than Sir Paul McCartney, Kanye West and Caroline Flack. That's a strange trilogy of people. With a clothing line, product range and now autobiography, some people are so dumb. He's also pretty prodigious for a 4-year-old. Meet Tuna, the underdog with an overbite. Plus 2 hairy warts and halitosis. I mean, people buy into this nonsense. It's just an ugly dog. Don't. When photos of the skinny Chihuahua Dachshund, sausage dog, and his trademark teeth went viral, he shot to infamy, they've all got it, infamy, and was dubbed the world's ugliest dog. Today, I mean, Today, Tuna's celebrities include Reese Witherspoon, Ariana Grande, Hilary Duff and Georgia May Jagger. Well, I've not heard of any of those people. And the rescue dog recently jetted to London on his own... Well, I hope that the dog, when it jetted to London, was put in quarantine for 6 months. 03453 009956.
That you've never been
afternoon, Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. There's only 20 minutes of this left. Paul Franks will be on at 4 o'clock. Don't worry, the standard will be increased by about 10 notches on 4 o'clock when Franksy comes in and does his thing. 03453 009956 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. We're talking about buried things. Barry says, Iain, my granddad has buried... Now, he doesn't say why his granddad has done this. The implication being his granddad was nuts. Barry, if you want to tell me why your granddad did this. My granddad has buried a complete 1940s motorbike in the back garden of his old house in Croydon Road, Erdington. You can trace it with a metal detector. Also, there are supposed to be several tons of British Leyland engines that were under the old BMC training school in Tyburn Road. He can't get to them now, but... Hey, this reminds me. You might know. You weren't... I talked about this last Saturday, but you weren't here, Marky Mark. 03453 009956. OK. So, I started doing these walks, going for long walks, long determined walks. Sometimes I have my Walkman with me. Sometimes I just have my thoughts with me, right? Well, last Friday, about 9 o'clock, I went for a walk along the canals. The canals of Birmingham. Now, I don't know exactly where I was, because as soon as I'm kind of go off the street, anywhere... What are you doing, mate?
Sorry, something's just printing out.
Unbelievable.
So unprofessional.
As soon as I go off the streets anywhere in the world, I'm lost. So I'm on the canal, and the canal's great. I love canals anywhere because you don't know where you are. You're down a bit, and it's all a bit. It's like really old-fashioned in a modern city. Okay, so I'm walking along this canal, and it's getting dark, and there's a fella asleep on the other side. I hope he was asleep. I'm walking along this canal, and it's getting dark, and there are rats, and it's spooky, and I'm getting scared, and I'm loving it. And there's like a brick wall I'm walking north, and there's a brick wall on my right-hand side, like big brick wall. Yep. As I'm walking along, I see there's like bushes, and on the brick wall, there's a massive hole about 3 foot wide by 4 foot high.
Did you?
How could I not?
How
could I not? Now, I didn't go in, because it was about 9:45 now, and I was getting a bit scared because it was dark.
Do you want me to come with you?
Yeah, I do. I put my head in, right? It was amazing. It was massive. It was like an old, I think it was an old factory.
An old disused factory?
An old disused factory. I'm going to guess it's not been used for about 20 years.
All the mailbox here.
No, come on now. They're doing this up. They're all smart. They're all polishing it and everything. I put my head in. It's this old disused factory. Everything's collapsed. I was too scared to go in and this is what I thought. I won't go in. There might be people doing drugs. That was my thought. And they might murder me. They might be drug takers who would murder me.
You see, that's the question. Has the hole in the wall just happened of its own accord?
Yeah.
Or have people tried to break in or out?
I was really scared that there'd be like a body in there, or like a sort of sex cult. Genuinely, all of these thoughts are going through my head. I'm going to go back there today after the show. I've got to stick around. I'm interviewing somebody, and then I'm going to go back there after the show and have a little look when it's daylight. Although it's quite grim today. I have got no idea what this place is. Does anybody know what it is? I'm assuming you don't know what it is, Marky Mark. Then you don't no idea.
Well, I can look at it with you if you want, but your description is vague enough to tell me it could be anywhere on the miles. We've got more miles of canal in Birmingham than Venice.
Yeah, I know that.
And it could be anywhere on those 145 miles, I'm guessing, of canals in Birmingham. That I could be anywhere.
Yeah, look at Andy following studio etiquette because the light's on. He's not. Just come in.
Leave the light on. You'll be out there all day.
It's only our show. Just come in. Well, I know, and it's less stinky than Venice. Venice is one of the stinkiest places in the world. Nor have I.
Never been there.
I wouldn't want to. It stinks.
Oh, right. How do you know?
I've been told. I've got really good sense of smell. Alan's in Woodgate. Good afternoon, Alan.
Hi, Ian.
Oh.
I want to talk to you about Wembley Stadium.
Do you know what this place is I was just describing?
No, I don't.
Right, I'm going to go there. After the show, I'm going to go there and I'm going to take some photos of it and we'll put them on the Facebook page. Because, honestly, it's like it's captured. It's a moment captured in time, Alan. It's a time capsule.
All right.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it, though, Alan?
Isn't it, Ian?
What you got for me, boss?
A Wembley fact for you.
A Wembley fact for me. Away you go, Alan, with your Wembley fun fact on a Friday.
One of the trains used to transport materials in and out of building Wembley Stadium was buried under the arena.
The arena or the stadium?
The stadium itself.
Well, no, you just said the arena.
Well, this is going by the old BBC website from 2000.
But the arena's different, because the arena, Wembley Arena, is a swimming pool.
No.
It used to be called Wembley Pool.
No, this was on the grounds of the stadium itself.
Well, then why did you say arena, mate?
Because that's what the wording said on the website.
But then why?
The BBC website.
But then, okay, so you're saying first of all you said arena. Now you're saying stadium. Where have you got stadium from?
Because it was Wembley Stadium.
But it says
Twin Towers.
No, the Twin Towers were in America, mate.
No, I'm talking about the old Wembley Stadium.
But so what?
Not the one with the arch. I'm talking about the one that was built in 1923.
But why does it say arena then?
I don't know. I did it on the website.
But if it says arena...
Well, you went for the BBC. You should ask them.
do you know what? I'm going to go and find the... I think the guy that does the BBC website is in today. I'm going to go and have a word with him.
Yeah, because it's dated from 2000.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one, Mark. Thank you. Have you heard this, Alan? I missed this. This is from Jay on the text. WM is reported this week that an artist wants to bury a 747 in Brum somewhere and have an open hatch so that people can go underground and go inside. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe I'll know of a place big enough to bury it.
Go on, your mouth.
No.
No?
Woodgate Valley Country Park.
Let's go and do it. Let's do it at night time so they don't tell us off, yeah?
Well, my mum suggested Birmingham City.
Yeah. Oh, your mum is cheeky, isn't it? Is your mum doing anything tonight, Alan?
No, she's cooking.
OK, tell her to turn the stove off. I'll take her out for dinner.
She's listening on Preview.
I'll take her out for dinner.
Well, I don't think my dad would like that because he's listening on Preview as well.
Oh, blimey, Alan!
Your WM, live in Birmingham.
And all this week we've been in South Birmingham. We've been focusing on all of the issues that you want to talk about.
I'm on the Lady Pool Road on this very bright sunny day.
This summer, BBC WM wants to hear from you. Tell us what's happening where you live.
I mean, there are any issues that are happening within Scarborough that you'd like us to look at as part of your WM?
Doing something every year, like a festival or something, would be absolutely incredible.
Your WM continues next week, live in Redditch. Friday afternoons with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Yes! Come on! Based on a true story, guys.
Does she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete? My homeroom angel always pulled me from my seat. She was pure like snowflakes, no one could ever stain. The memory of my angel could never cause me pain. Years go by, I'm looking through a girly magazine, and there's my homeroom angel on the pages in between. My blood runs cold, my memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. Angel is the centerfold. Slipped me notes under the desk while I was thinking about her dress. I was shy, turned away before she caught my eye. I was shaking in my shoes whenever she flashed those baby blues. Something had a hold on me when Angel passed close by. Those soft, fuzzy sweaters, too magical to touch. To see her in that negligee is really just too much. My blood runs cold. Yeah, my memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. Oh yeah. Angel is the centerfold.
Hello? 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 Good afternoon.
Anybody comes over the cheery atmosphere who writes something?
Yeah. What's on? Na 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 na. It's a really sad song, right? But it's so joyous at the same time. Whistles. Yep, that's the whistles. It's a really sad, and it sounds like, hey, every guy's dream. My girlfriend, I love my girlfriend a bit. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And Jay Giles and his band there have expressed perfectly in music just how tragic an experience that would be for anybody involved. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. If you want to give me a call last 10 minutes of the show, you're more than welcome to. It's 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you do. Am I feeling happy? This is Birmingham, so don't ask stupid questions. What? Russell says, as for being happy because we have yet another future benefit scrounge. Oh, no, come on, Russell. What the Keith from Tam. I love this buried stuff, man. I love it. You know what? One of my ambitions. I want to go in the sewers of anywhere, of London. I want to go in the sewers. I want to go properly in the sewers and have a look around. You know, there's massive icebergs of fatbergs of fat in the sewers, and it's someone's job to go down and attack these fatbergs. You pour the fat down the sink. You pour the fat down the sink, and it blocks up, and there's massive icebergs of fat underneath Birmingham, and people have to go down there with I'm going to say lasers. I don't think it's but with like cutting machines. Knives, that's it, and have to cut these icebergs of fat. I'd love to go down and have a little. I might be going potholing in August. How terrifying is that going to be? Anyway, sorry, going off on a tangent. Keith from Tamworth says, the Bromford estate in Birmingham was built on a horse racing stadium, and rumours have it there's still a jump on the estate possibly buried. 03453 009956. Another shameless attempt at cashing in on the 50 Shades phenomenon. Sorry, let me rephrase that. There's a new 50 Shades book out today. Right, so there's 50 Shades. There's 3 50 Shades of Grey books. 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Greyer, and 50 Shadier Grades of Shays. But now there's a 4th one. I don't know. It's been a long day. Now there's a 4th one, right? So it's 50 Shades of Grey, the first one, but written from the pervert's perspective. So it's his story. I mean, really, E.L. James, if that's your name, I don't think it is actually, is it? E.L. James, talk about milking it, steady. This woman has made something like £75 million from 50 Shades of Grey already. 50 million quid, right? Thank you, Marky Mark. You've read it, haven't you? You have to speak. We're on the radio.
Sorry, I've read what?
Thank you. Get out. Yeah. So she's made 75 million quid from this trip.
Oh, those books?
Oh, for crying out!
I've not read them. No.
Have you seen the film?
Oh yeah.
It's rubbish. I went to see the film. It was so boring. And so she wants to cash in and make another book. Really? I can't. But maybe I'll tell you what we'll do. If you've bought, save your. Maybe you bought it today. They don't take very long to read, I'm told. We'll talk about this tomorrow between 10 and 12 on BBC WM 95.6. If you've bought the new 50 Shades book, those books, the people who buy those books, and I'm saying this with love and respect. Who used to talk like that? Or Derek Acora, yeah. Saying this with love and respect. What it means is I'm going to say something really rude. It's women in their 80s, isn't it, who read those books? It's not, it's people who have something lacking from their lives who buy those books. It's not, satisfied people Really, is it? Tomorrow, OK, we'll do this. Tomorrow it's another 50 Shades special. Can you handle it? Beyonce, can you handle it? Paul Simon, can you handle it? I press the... No, don't give me that look, as though you know what I'm doing and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, blimey, I actually don't know what I'm doing. I've muffed up my radio man. Oh, flipping heck. And I don't know how to reset it when it's right at the back at the end. Are you resetting it for me? Oh, blimey! Right, I'll close it. Oh, flipping heck. I was getting all cocky there, thinking, oh, we're nearly done, and this will go nicely into the thing, and, you know, and I'll be honest, I've completely muffed up. Anyway, don't worry, don't panic, Mr. Mannering, I can fix this. Oh, no, I've logged into Danny Kelly's show. Told you never mention that man's name on the radio again. Iain Lee, there we go, scroll down, and the timings are going to be absolutely... Oh, no... Oh, blimey. I can't do it. Oh, flipping heck. Hang on a minute. Don't panic. If in doubt, the Beatles will save you. It's almost as if I'm not paid to know how to work a flipping computer here or something, isn't it? Right, but watch this. It's going to be even better than the real thing. Yeah, that's what I'm promising you. I'm promising you a little bit. Oh, flipping heck. I can't do it. Hang on a second. Gloria can save me. Good afternoon, Gloria. Oh, Gloria? I've crashed WM 95.6. Oh, you play me a song, please. Thank you very much indeed. A grown-up's going to... Gloria! She's there. Don't worry about the song now. It's the news. Forget the song. Gloria? Hello? Well, she's there. Gloria in Streetley? Hello. This is the weirdest end to a show. And trust me, I've had some weird endings. Can you hear me? Lady on the phone. Well, that was weird, wasn't it? If you could just rack up a bed... Look, see? If you could just rack up a thing to get me into the news, the top of the hour, that would be absolutely awesome. The other big story in the newspapers today is Kate Winslet looks a little bit different in a photograph. Really? She looks a little bit different in a photograph? The Daily Mail have gone to town on this. I'll tell you what I'll do. If you could queue up the news and I'll give you the finger. Could you do that for me? Kate Winslet looks a little bit different in a photograph. Don't bother coming in now. Smooth. You got 55 seconds to sort it out. Smoother, slimmer, and so scarily glam. Somehow you just don't look like yourself, Kate. And the Daily Mail have... the whole story is that she looks a little bit different in her photos. That's it. Perhaps it was the figure-skimming black dress, or maybe the lighting was particularly flattering. Whatever Kate Winslet's secret, the 39-year-old actress oozed polished glamour when she appeared on the red carpet this week. Yet somehow she didn't look herself. I don't get... All she's done is brush her hair back and do different eye makeup. And the Daily Mail are having a pop at the poor woman. Shh. I don't think anybody noticed that I muffed up the end of the show. It was a very, very smooth transition. Nobody knew a thing.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Looking busy on the southbound side of the M6 from junction 10A at the M54 towards junction 8 for the M5. It's all because of roadworks. Northbound on the M5 and the link road to the M6 is also congested. And it's very slow moving heading out of Birmingham city centre on the A38 Aston Expressway from Dartmouth Circus towards the M6 at junction 6 at Spaghetti. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM,
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
A very good afternoon. We are live at the Mac in Birmingham. Iain Lee will be back, I'm assured, tomorrow morning. We're in Cannon Hill Park, opposite Edgbaston, the Test cricket venue home to Warwickshire, or the Birmingham Bears, as they will be known tonight in the T20 Blast. It's your WM, our summer tour. We have all the usual ingredients, the big news and sports stories, travel, the 3 before 6, the Franksy Challenge. If you're on your way to the cricket and parking up, drop in and say hello, because it's a beautiful afternoon, and we'll be talking to all manner of people over the next couple of hours. Before we do anything else, let's get the main news on BBC WM with Gareth Ford-Lloyd.
Thank you. Good afternoon. David Cameron has spoken of the dangers of communities not taking on extremist ideologies. He said more must be done to prevent simmering resentments becoming murderous intent. We spoke to this young Muslim in Small Heath in Birmingham to get his thoughts.
My theory is that people who have an identity crisis in this country that are British born but have origins to Pakistan or another Middle Eastern country and feel like they're a refugee here, and they feel like if they leave this country and they can adopt another identity back where ISIS is.
Police are investigating the death of a man who's thought to have fallen from the undercarriage of a plane. His body was found on a roof in West London. Officers are considering the possibility that he hid in the landing gear of a flight from South Africa to Heathrow. A mother and son from Dudley have become the first people in the UK to have been banned from going shopping together. Janet Rollinson and son Stuart Round were both jailed for the latest in a string of thefts at major stores and supermarkets across Dudley. Magistrates also imposed criminal behaviour orders against the pair, banning them from their shoplifting hunting grounds. They also imposed a UK first of banning them from entering any shop together. The managing director of John Lewis says if West Midlands councils join to form a combined authority, Birmingham must be in the name. Andy Street was cheered by business leaders in the city today when he made the comments. The Tory peer Lord Heseltine also addressed the Greater Birmingham and Solihull local enterprise